Today is 13th of March 2024, and today will be our fifth lesson or fifth video on trigonometry. Okay. Um, Before I begin the lesson, as my announcement, thank you everyone who have subscribed to our channel, to this platform. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, if you haven't done so and you are what the platform is of help to you, I will appreciate it if you subscribe. Okay, subscribe, share the video, like, and follow us. Okay, and if the account is not yours, please ask permission from the account holder, or take your phone with you, and then when next time you are watching with somebody, ask them to help you open your own account. Okay, and then linking that to what I said in yesterday's video. If you're one of those who are writing exam in the next few months and you can't hear me, all you can hear is subscribe, please look for another platform to help you. Okay, I can help everyone. Okay, I can only help people who want to work with me. So instead of you uh, here and not benefiting, go somewhere else. Okay. Uh Follow my notes/script. Okay. I had to write down that because when I upload the video, before I upload the video, I watch it, and then after that I re-watch it again. Okay. And at times I just want to see how it comes on the platform and how it sounds. Okay. So I normally, so for instance, this is 0.048. Okay. If you hear anything apart from that, go by the notes. Okay. Now, beware of scammers. Please, I mean that beware. Okay. Some people are distractions. They are here to leave comments. I allow all comments because I don't believe in excluding people. But if you come here and you are here and you can't hear and you can't see and you are screaming, excuse me, I'm not your mommy. Okay, so if you can't uh, follow what I'm saying, and maybe you don't have exam, but you just want to distract people, I'm not going to allow you to be here. You have to go. Okay, and I'll be uh, talking about it till you leave. Okay, if you are here and you want a level ground and you are fighting for a Gcse grade, or you are resitting, or you want to go back into education and you are serious about it, I'm here to help you. Okay, but if you are just here to leave comments to distract other people, you are not welcome here. And if you're a scammer, you are not welcome here. Okay, don't go into people's inbox and be chatting with them as if I'm the one. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. I'm not soliciting for fans. Now recap. Watch last video for recap. Okay, we started looking at angle of depression and angle of elevation. After this starter, I'll talk about that. Now, today, our starter, we've been looking at fractions that terminates and fractions that recur. I did 2 videos on that. Okay, I think it's pretty easy. Okay, you might get those questions and they carry maximum of 1 or 2 marks. Okay, as I said, 1 mark or 2 marks is very important because that is maybe the mark you need to move you from a C, a D to a C, or a C to a B, or a B to an A, or an A to an A star. Okay, a lot of people mix miss uh, the next grade because of these boundaries. So these are some of the questions you can pick along whilst you are doing your exams, and so it might carry a mark or two, but if you know the principles behind it, then you should be able to get it. Okay, it will be sad if you get a question like this, and then they give you 5 fractions and they say to you, circle the one that terminates or the one that will recur, and you can't do that. Okay, meanwhile, all you need to know is to look at the denominator and say, okay, this one will recur, because if they ask for a reason, then it might be 2 marks. Okay, this one, and then that will be a cool 2 marks you can collect with little mathematical knowledge. Okay, so um this is why I'm here to point you at those things, okay, which can help you. So if you can't hear and you are moaning about subscribing to my channel, then you have no use here. Okay, maybe you have to go and look for another channel where you can subscribe, and then you can help them share their material and you can benefit from. Okay, I'm sorry to um, express that, but I feel strongly about that. This is a platform for learning. Okay, and I'm not going to quote it nicely. This is the best nice I can do. Okay, so please, if you can hear, you are matured enough. You are not a 2 year old. You have this is March, and then all you have is April. Then you have to start writing some exams, and you knew from September that you were going to write an exam. So if you can't hear, just go somewhere else, please. As much as I would love to help you, if you can't cooperate with me, I cannot do anything to help you. Okay. Now, my starter today is about fractions to decimals, but we want to basically look at which one will terminate and which one will recur. Okay, so if they ask you to change this fraction to a decimal, because of the 100, you can still start moving your decimal So 100 have two zeros. So 1, 2. So it's 0.21. Okay. Or if you can't see that, or you haven't understood that till now, okay, then use the long division method. Now, assuming they ask you which whether to recur or uh, terminate, look at it. 100. First of all, if you break it down, you have 2 times 50. With the 50, you have 5 times 10. And the 10, you have 2 times 5. So the prime factors here are 2 and 5. So 2 and 5, because of that, it will terminate. Okay, it's not going to go on and on. Okay. Now the second one, 6 over 125. Okay. First of all, 12 125 is 5 times 25. Okay. Now 525 is 5 times 5. So the prime factor here, factors here are 5s. Okay. So it will also terminate. Okay, you have 5 times 3. 5 times 5 times 5. So it's going to terminate. Okay. Now 6 over 125. You can use the long division method. Okay. So 125 outside the box, then 6. Put the dot, add 0. 125 cannot go into 60. So add 0 on top, add another 0. Okay. 4 times 125 is 100. Because 2 of 125 is 250. Okay. Another 2 is 250. So 500. 500 out of 600 will give you 100. Add 0. Okay. That will be 8. Because it's 4 times 125 is 500. Then if you double that, you get 1,000. Okay. These are things that you can do on top of your head without the calculator. Okay. So your fraction becomes 0.048. Assuming they ask you to change 6 over 125 to a decimal, then your decimal now is 0.048. Okay. But assuming they ask you if it will terminate or not, so this fraction alone, they can ask you so many questions about that. Will it terminate? Okay. Give change this fraction to a decimal, and then you say that, and then they'll ask you that does it terminate or recur? Then you say it terminates, and then they'll ask you reason. The denominator have a prime factor of 5. Okay, so there are so many questions they can ask you about fractions that if you know all this, it helps you because those questions are a mark or 2. Okay, but you need those marks too. Okay, to help you push you up. Okay, so now that is the second one. The third one here, look at it, half. Okay, half, we know that is 0.5. In the earlier video, I asked you to put fractions like this on your flashcard. Okay, that is like 8 months ago. Okay, now this terminates. 2 has a prime, the denominator here 2 has a prime factor of 2. That's why to terminate. Now 3 over 16. Okay, look at 16. It's 4 times 4. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. All the prime factors here is 2. So it's going to terminate. So now, you can use the long division to find the accurate fraction. If it is a calculator, you can use your calculator. So 16 out, 3 inside. You put a decimal, you add 0. Okay. How many 16s do we have in 31 there? So 60 minus 30 minus 16 is 14. Add another 0. Okay. 8 times 16 is 128. Okay, you can use the doubling method. So 16, 32, 64, 128. Together, it will be 8. 140 minus 128 is 12. You add 0. Okay. So here again, you can use the doubling method, but it's 120. Okay. So if 8 times is 128, then you need 7 times, which is 112. Okay. And when you take 16 from 128, you get that. That is if you don't have the calculator. 120 minus 112 is 8. Add 0. 16 times 5 is 80. So it terminates. So 0.1875. So here again it terminates. Okay. So I have done a lot of terminating fractions. Hopefully next time we'll look at the recurring ones. Okay. So as I said, with fractions to death and decimals, they can ask you so many questions. They can give you the decimal and ask you to change it into fractions. We've learned how to do that. They can give you a fraction, ask you to change it to a decimal, ask you if it terminates or not, and whether why do you think the reason, and all this pick a mark. Okay. Now today we are going to look at angle of depression and angle of elevation. Okay, I try to revise it in one of the trade. So if you're at the bottom of the stairs, or maybe you are going to climb an elevator and you are down there, if you lift up your eyes, okay, or maybe you're on the field and you lift up your eyes, the angle you make to wherever your object is the angle of elevation. Now, if you're at the top of a tree and you look down, or on a hill and you look down, the angle you make with the ground is your angle of depression. Okay. Now, Here it is good because you can apply your knowledge of alternate angles. Okay, because if you are here, your angle x here, assuming you have um, a line here, okay, parallel to this line on the ground, then this angle x will be the same as this angle x. Okay, I talked about this in last video. Please go back and watch and recap. Okay, so if you are finding this angle x, okay, or you are told to find this angle x, okay, and you know this angle, you can use that for a substitute for this angle. Or if you know this angle here and you know um, the height and the length from the foot of the object, then you can use this angle with the knowledge of alternate angles to solve. Now you have, if you know that, then you have to find your function, whether it's a sine or a tan or a cos, which we've done a SOHCAHTOA on. Okay, before I introduce you to trig, I've solved questions with you. So now it shouldn't be something new. Okay, it's just we are doing this video just to solidify the knowledge you have. Okay, now note, if you have not been given the diagram or the picture of the question, do a sketch, okay, before you start, because it helps you picture what you have to find. If you just read the question and you start solving, you will not be able to see whether what you want, because you might understand the question but you end up solving the wrong one. So it's better to just do a sketch first and then use that to solve the question. It's very important. Okay, so example here. Okay, we'll look at a couple of examples before we leave. Okay, these are exam questions, and I want you, even though we are learning, there are still exam questions. So I want you to focus and look at the example. Because if something similar comes, then you should be able to get it right and claim your answer. So here, example. A fallen tree of length 6 centimeters fell against a wall, okay, a vertical wall. These things happen when it's windy, okay. Or at times a tree just fell fall on a windy day, so that the base of the tree is 2 meters from the wall. We are talking about meters, not centimeters. So if you get your answer, it should be in meters or whatever you get. Okay, calculate the angle between the tree and the wall. So you are finding the angle. So it's not the length. So your angle will be in degrees then. Step 1, sketch to understand the question. It's very important. Okay, so now this is the wall and that is your tree. That is the angle of depression from the a tree, the falling tree. Okay, so now I know that the tree is somewhere here and it's on the wall there. Okay, and it's 2 meters from the foot. So I'm finding the angle the tree makes with the wall. Okay, now I know the opposite and I know the hypotenuse. So what can I use? I can use sine. That is a function I'll use because that is my soul. So here we want the angle between the wall and the tree. We know the opposite, which is 2 meters, and the hypotenuse, which is 6 centimeters. So sine of the angle of depression D will be equal to 2/6, which is 1/3. Okay, so D, the angle is sine inverse of 1/3. Okay, you find 1 divided by 3, press your second function, and then press sine. It will give you 19.5. So that will be your answer there. So that will be the angle here. This angle here. If it's 2 meters away from the wall and the tree is 6 meters. Another example, a timber log of length 8 meters rests against the wall. Normally they use these logs to build wooden houses in the forest. Okay, some people build it for holiday, to just go and relax and enjoy nature, and tree houses. Okay, so this is a log, it's a timber log of length 8 meters, rest against a wall, so that the angle between the log and the wall is 31 degrees. How far is the base of the log from the wall? So this is also similar to the first question. Okay, so this is your log. You want to know this distance. They've given you the angle as 31 degrees. Okay, so here again we use sine, but we know the angle, so we are finding length. So at the end of the day, our answer will be in meters. So sine 31 equals x over 8. X equals 8 sine of 31. So 8 times sine 31 is 0.5150. So if you use it properly, your answer will be 4.12 meters, no centimeters. Okay, or 4.1 meters. Okay, if they asked you to leave your answer as 2 decimal place, that would be your answer. As 1 decimal place, 4.1. Okay, so that's my answer here. Another example, what is the angle of elevation, okay, of the point X? If the point X is 90 meters, not centimeters, vertically away from 11 meters high. Okay, so again, you need to sketch. Okay, so you want the angle of elevation. So it means there is something up there that you have to lift your eyes to look at. Okay, now the angle of x, this is the point x, okay, is 90 meters there, vertically away and 11 meters high. Okay, why vertically away? To tell you that it's a right angle triangle there. Okay, so now, if it's not a right angle triangle, then you can't be using sine, cos, and tan. Okay, so now this angle x of elevation, I know the adjacent and I know the opposite, so I'm going to use tan. So tan of x will be equal to 11 meters, okay, divided by 90 meters. Okay, so tan x, 11 over 90. X will be the tan inverse. 11 over 90 is 0.12222. It's recurring here because 3 times 30, a prime factor of 3. Okay, so tan inverse of 0.1222 is 7 degrees. So your angle here will be 70. The angle of elevation is 7 degrees here. Okay. So this is what I have to share with you today. Okay. Thank you very much to everybody. Please subscribe, share, like, and follow. Okay. And please, if the account is not yours, ask permission. Okay, beware of scammers as well, or ask somebody to help you open an account. Thank you so much for watching my video with me today, and I'll see you in the next.